I gotta tell you, that's cool right there. There is 5 deer in the prayer circle. I think what they're doing, oh, that's albinos coming out of the the building where the albinos lived. Actually, is almost born in there. And that little tiny enclosure that we had, that goes back behind it, but it still wasn't very big. But they still go in that building. They feel very, very comfortable in that building. But look at the 5 deer in the prayer circle. 5 deer, all bucks there in the prayer circle, just enjoying themselves. Benelli goes out there on the deck looking around at them. That is a bulrush. It's all over that indoor-outdoor carpet out there. That's bulrushes that she went to the lake and got and brought up here and got the fuzz off the bulrushes everywhere. The little demon. That's pretty cool. We got albino deer. We should have another albino deer coming. We lost Snow White, so we got to come up with another beautiful name for a girl and a little baby girl. We got a baby girl coming also. Bought Chris 2 more albino deer, so, you know, even though we lost Snow White, we bought 2 and now we got 3, so that's good. And now we're gonna buy another one and actually buying the doe that's bred to another really nice buck. This doe's only 3 years old we're buying. She's been a bottle fed, so we should be able to pet her and feed her by hand, which is always gonna be good. So y'all start thinking of a name for our new white albino doe and a baby doe. We got 2 does, so we need a couple of names, and that we'll have coming here within the next 30 days anyway, coming out of Iowa. So that's going to be cool. They're working on the paperwork right now with the agriculture department, getting all that done, so we'll be 100% legal. And just like that, church is over. Okay, guys and girls, finally, I'm going to get to go on that ride down to the dam that I've been talking to you about for 3 or 4 days. It just seems like the day goes by in a heartbeat, and I don't get nearly as much accomplished as I really want to. We've had the physical therapist here today, and he walked with Chris. Chris did 3 walks today, and she's just doing good at it. Once she gets that balance down, that girl's going to be able to walk, and it's so exciting. I mean, it's so exciting. Kayla was here also, so at the same time Stephen came, Kaylin came. She's a nurse that just checks all of Chris's vitals and just makes sure everything's going good, the medicine's working, everything. And her blood pressure was good, which is great. Of course, that blood pressure is what caused that stroke in the first place, so it's really exciting that that everything's going good in that regard also. So everything's going good. But if I can get Benelli, she's running around here somewhere. If I can get Benelli to get in the mule, she doesn't like to ride in that mule. She's really kind of afraid of it. And I started to go some little short ride yesterday, and she wouldn't get in it at all. So I just put her back in the house, left her there. I said, if you're not going to get in the mule, you're not going to run around outside. So we're going to run down to the dam, see what happens, and take a look at that spillway like I've been promising for the last couple of days. So guys and girls, let's see if we can get Benelli loaded up. Well, Sherry showed up with Bella, and so I left Benelli with Bella, helped Sherry carry all the groceries in. You see all those deer over there. A big bunch of deer over here on this side also. See all those over there now. That's the inside high fence we were looking at over there. These deer on the outside high fence area. You can see that's a pretty good little bunch. Everything looks like a doe, so we're not going to be able to see any antlers. But that's a pretty nice little bunch of deer right there. Those are all totally wild deer. Now there are some out here that have tags in them. But those are all just totally wild deer. Not too wild, huh? Beautiful. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. Windshield's awfully dirty. Hey, look around over there, and there is what are we seeing over there anyway? 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. Usually if you get to look at, there's more than what you think. Those are actually a little bit wilder. Yeah, it looks like there's 4 right there. Feeder in the stand on that field. Jordyn killed a big buck out of that a couple years ago. A couple more deers out there. Call that field right there the elk field. That's a big food plot. Several acres right there. Big food plot. You can see that they're still eating out there, even though not much growing. There's a little bit for them to eat. All right, let's get on down that road toward the dam. Pig trap, and Saw more deer out there. Oh, they were behind the pig trap. I knew I saw some more deer. I don't know how the wind noise is. I don't have this hooked up to my microphone. I'm wearing a microphone, but there's 4 or 5 deer right out there. We caught a few pigs in that trap. That's just one little individual trap. It doesn't have a top on it, so they can actually, deer could jump out of that trap, which is kind of good. Not good to catch a big buck deer in those traps, but I've done it. Really not a bump gate. We're gonna make it a bump gate. A bump and a push gate. Bump and a push gate. Yeah, that's all right. To run around in the woods. A little bit of water in that drain. All of these mountains are draining down into Twin Eagle Lake. Can you imagine the old timers going across this mountain 200 years ago, coming up to this spot right here and looking out there and seeing that? Probably thought they'd got to heaven. However, that wasn't here 200 years ago. That's part of our lake. It's still heaven right now. Okay, you've heard me tell the story that right here at this spot where I'm standing right now, I was sitting here on a four-wheeler. Remember when we had four-wheelers? We had three-wheelers. And when I first bought this thing, 20 years ago in April, it'll be 20 years in April that we've had this ranch. And we bought about 1,200 acres, 1,200 and some odd acres to begin with, and we were able to buy another 700 and some odd acres, and that's where we built the other lake. But I was on this dam right here. This dam has been replaced, and what I'm on right now is different than what was here, because we lost this dam back in 2015. It's amazing that that's been 8 years ago. It's absolutely amazing. But I was on this dam sitting here one evening right before dark, just looking down that lake and praising God. I mean, I was just simply sitting out here praising God, thanking Him for blessing Chris and I the way that He had blessed us in our lifetime. We were successful in the insurance business. We were successful in the fishing business, and was really in pretty good shape from a financial standpoint when we was 40 years old, and we lost it all. We started some marine dealerships, and through those marine dealerships, we ended up having 6 stores, 6 boat stores after that, after we'd lost everything. And doggone if we didn't have an employee steal about $300,000. We don't know exactly how much, but in excess of $300,000. And we didn't have that happen once, but twice. About 5 years later, it happened again. All 3 of those times in our lifetime, we were totally broke. But we never lost our house. We never lost our store. We only have 1 boat store now, not 6. And but it was just amazing. But I was sitting here on a 3-wheeler or 4-wheeler, I don't remember which, just actually sitting here late in the evening, just me and God, praising God for blessing Chris the way He had in our lifetime, and teaching us that while you have a lot of blessings, and those blessings come from God, you can lose it all financially. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. In fact, it's not the end of the all. We live in a country where we have the availability and the opportunity to get back on our feet again financially, and which we did. And but we were sitting here, and what I was looking at, and I just want to kind of walk around here and turn this thing around. It's probably going to be unlevel as I turn it around, but just got to give you an idea of what I was looking at. What I was looking at late in the evening. That's it right there. That's it right there, guys and girls. Now, that is something. I'm telling you, that is something. Now, that boat dock was not over there. Steve's built that boat dock since Steve became my partner, my first partner, a doctor, a good man, and he sold his half interest in the ranch to Steve Wells, who's been my partner now for quite a few years, and he's a good partner. He's been a great partner. He's definitely upheld his half of the bargain and more, and we now got about 2,000 acres here and a couple of really nice lakes. But look at that back there. That's just, if you can see heaven from earth, that might be what it looks like right there. The only thing is we won't have gravel or dirt roads around it that we drive around, and we'll have streets paved with gold. Streets of gold. That gold will probably be warm. We'll probably run around barefooted all the time. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? But anyway, let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at that spillway and see if we got any water running in it. Every time I come here, I just got to stop, turn my mule off, visit with God a little bit, praise Him and thank Him. I can't wait till one of these days. I've had Chris back up here in the last 22 months that she's been sick. Can't wait to have her back up here where she can get out and hand in hand. We're going to walk down this dam. Yeah, we will. Let's go look at that spillway. There is the spillway. Those of you that have been with us for a while remember when we had no beaver that was blocking that thing up night after night after night. I'd come down there and tear it up, and he would build some mighty dams right there. And I would come down here, and it was a lot of just really hard labor getting that thing cleaned out. And I had to do it several times. And finally, actually, came down here one night with Beamer, and Beamer got a coon out of here. And but we finally got that beaver caught and got rid of it. But here we go. We're gonna take a look at this dam. Let me get out of this mule. We'll take a look right here. You can see that we put all these rocks in here. The rocks are in here just to keep the erosion. That's all they're there for. Some really, really big rocks we gathered up here on the ranch. We didn't have those hauled in. We gathered them in. But we just did that just for erosion only. Now you can see the dam is basically just like a pond dam. It's about 800 feet long, so it's a pretty good sized dam. And it's really deep right out in front of it. When the lake's full, it's about 53 or 54 feet. And if you don't believe me, let's just walk. I'm gonna walk right up here and look down below, and you see how big that dam is. This is down below the dam, looking right here. And if you look down there, you see that piece of metal way off down there in the bottom. That piece of metal, cage-looking thing, was what was around our spillway pipe that went through that dam and came out down there at the bottom, right down there at that creek. Right in that little area right there. It's actually up quite a little bit from there. It was right in there where that tree is, that cedar tree, right in there. Hit the creek and it went on down there. Now, we have diverted the creek around now. Instead of going around that, it comes off down here and it hits the creek right there at the bottom. So it's just still in the exact same creek. We just changed it. Instead of going through the lake, there, it's coming out of the top of the lake. So it's not quite as good as you letting the water come out of the top is what we've got on the other lake that we designed over there. But we really didn't want that type of system in here on this one. You can see, looking down there, how pretty and clear the water is. I don't know I think you can see it even without Polaroids. I've got on Polaroids. There's a shadow of a guy there shooting video. But if you look down there, you can see how pretty clear the water is. Now, we'll dirty that water up a little bit when we start fertilizing here, probably in April or early May. We start fertilizing. But now here's where the water goes in, and what we were going to look and see if we've got water running through. And I'm going to walk down here and look, and it appears that we do. It appears that there's water barely running through. See water going all the way to here, and water right here. Now, I don't know if that water is moving. I think it is. It's really can't really tell right there if it's moving or not. Or if it's just some rainwater that's trapped in here because we got this so level. We'll walk down through that. That's a weir right there where you see that great looking thing. That is a weir. I got to reading about weirs, W-E-I-R. So we designed that weir to put in here where we could kind of control the water level a little bit. Now I know you're saying, Jimmy, water will flow right through that grate. Well, it will. But it will control the water, and I can control it for a couple, 2 or 3 feet if I want to. And I'll tell you why when we get up there and look at it from the top. Okay, now as we get up here at the top of the weir, you can see what I've got. I've just got me simply a couple winches there. That's redneck engineering is what it is. That's all. But I've got that, and I've got tracks set in there that we molded into the concrete when we built it. I want you to take a look down there. That's a bridge right there, that exit sign. I'll explain those signs here in a moment. I did not steal that exit sign. I know what some of you might be thinking. You can see actually a couple of other signs that's built into this as well. It's not just that one. My partner, I'll just explain it right now while I'm thinking about it. My partner owns, I think it's American Sign Company, and they make all the highway signs for the interstates and the cities all around here in Oklahoma and some other states as well. And so they have a big sign making company as well. Those are signs that are changed out or got tore up in storms or whatever. So those are just trash is all it is. And we use trash. That's what rednecks do. But on this weir, if I let that weir down, yes, the water will flow through there. But what happens is vegetation and moss and trash and stuff will get caught in there, and it will slow the flow down. And you can actually have that come up on that weir, like comes up there a foot, 2.5 foot, and it will stop the water, and that will hold that whole lake. It's amazing. But the trash that gets in there, and then if I want to let it down, I'll raise it up a little bit and let the water run underneath it, and it'll bring it down to a certain level. So that weir is work. Now that could be solid. We could do that solid. We could put up a sign or something in front of it. And maybe like that exit sign right down there, put in front, and we could do the same thing. But it works perfectly for what we want. Now, if you will look, you can see that that thing goes on and on and on and on. Now, I know I got wind noise. The wind's blowing pretty good. But that just keeps on going. So we'll walk on down there, and I'll show you what happens at the other end. It's a pretty remarkable little engineering deal. I think it's 4 foot wide and 5 foot walls on it, up and down. And the water just going to come over the top. That's what it does right there. And I think I don't know if it's running through here or not. It looks like it's still. Let's go on down that way and look just a little bit and see if maybe it might be running through. I could actually drive a mule across that exit sign. That's right. That's exactly right. We can drive that mule across that exit sign. Now, I don't let anybody ride with me when I drive it across that exit sign, but that is just wide enough to get across on a mule. But here's the deal. Let's just walk down here. And let me just show you what this is. This is really, we've got $100,000 worth of concrete here. That water is actually moving. I mean, the lake is just right at the level. You can see that water is moving right there. Can you see it moving? It's moving, it sure is. It's just right at the level to overflow. So if we were to get some nice rains right now, we could really gain on this lake level. We could gain in a hurry. The water is just barely moving. You can see it, barely moving. But now watch where this thing goes. And I keep in mind, we had to pump this concrete up from down below this dam. We had to pump it up here to lay the concrete. My partner's son, Steve, who's like Jamie, he can do just about anything. He's a national champion drag racer also. He can drive anything in the world. You can see we just got water barely running through this lake. So that's good. That's good. That is absolutely fantastic that's happening. I thought it might be. I just thought it might be. So I thought I'd come up here and show you. But you can see as this thing just keeps on going. Now, obviously, these walls are much higher than 5 foot right here because it keeps coming up. They may be just 5 foot. Comes up about where I'm standing, up to about my waist. But it just keeps going. You see what happens here? Goes all the way over this hill. And we can see here, yes, that the water definitely is running. Easy to see that the water is running there. And it runs all the way down to the bottom. Let's go down and take a look what's at the bottom real quick. Okay, here's what we have at the bottom. And we can see that the water is just barely running through Twin Eagle Lake. It's probably not running in very much at the other end. We looked at that here a while back. And it could quit running in, but a little 1 inch rain and the 4/10 of an inch of rain. And you can see what we got here at the bottom is, again, rocks and a lot of rocks. And these rocks are here because I'm telling you, when this water is really running through, I mean, it'll be a foot deep running through there, and it causes a tremendous waterfall here at this end of this thing. And you can see that that's all it's running through, barely running through, just kind of trickling down. We made the spillway wider here at the end so it could take the force of it. It's probably 8 foot wide or 10 foot wide here at the end. I don't know how long the spillway is, but it's a lot. Like I said, there's over $100,000 worth of concrete there. So it was a big commitment, but hey, heaven, the streets are paved with gold. Twin Eagle Ranch, the spillway is paved with concrete. It's an old deer blind right there, and it was a good one. This is really a great place right here below this dam. Great place. We monitor this with cameras, obviously, and water goes down, goes right down there, and it joins the creek. Where that creek went around that mountain over there, come right around underneath that mountain, and it joins right there. And this is just an incredibly great place. The animals love it. Come down here and sit in a deer stand in the evening, which we do a lot. It's just it is heaven on earth, no doubt about it. Absolutely, no doubt about it. All right, guys and girls, the sun's getting down kind of low. I'm gonna try to get back up there. I did bring some carrots. We might be able to go in there and stop by and feed Forrest some carrots through the fence if he'll come over there and eat out of our hands. Not much water running through the creek, but Lord's gonna bless us with a really good wet spring, we believe, and the lake will fill up and we'll have a lot of water running through here. Let's see if we got a little daylight left time we get back to the deer pens and give Forrest a little treat this evening. Okay, if you're gonna do an antlers video, you gotta have antlers, right, Jimmy? Well, the only antlers that I know of anywhere around is that big boy right there, Mr. Forrest. I'm gonna set my camera up here, walking down here if I can get him to come over here. Come on over here, Forrest. Come here, buddy. I got a doe or two come over here. They see the carrots. I've been rattling, see if I can set this up and get things kind of level here for y'all. Here he's coming right over. Isn't that neat? That is such a neat deal right there. Coming right over. Come on, Forrest. Come on over here, buddy. I got you some carrots. It's not a full bag. It's about a pound, maybe a little over a pound. Come on. Come on over here, pal. Come on. All right, let's turn around here and see if we can feed him. All right, here we go. Come here, buddy. Come here. I'll try to get him over here as close as I can. Come on over here, pal. Come on. It's not a full bag of carrots, but I got some in here for you. Yeah, there you are. Come on, buddy. That's my boy. Hey, if you lose those antlers, you get out of here. Looky there, buddy. Is that special or is that special, huh? What do y'all think about that? I just love it. I just love it. He's my boy. Oh, he's such a pretty boy. Well, he gets nervous when I start throwing those things around. Come here, Forrest. Forrest, come here. Oh, here's a little, oh, that's that little baby buckwheat turtlers. Looky here. There's a little baby buckwheat turtlers coming up to me. Can y'all see him there? Looky there. Looky there. He's coming up here. Oh, he wants something to eat. There you go, baby. There you go. There you go. There you go. Looky there. Oh, isn't that something? That is so special. I wonder if he would eat out of my hands. Here you go. Here you go, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Look at how it's got some big nubbins on him. He's wanting back in. He's trying to get back in. There's Forrest come back. Here you go, Forrest. Maybe he'll watch Forrest. Maybe he'll watch Forrest and come back. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. I had one or two that actually did eat out of my hand. There you go, baby. There you go. He's been used to having all the demand food he wants, and I'm not sure he really knows how to get by out here in the wild. There you go, baby. Look here what I've got. Here what I've got happening here. There's Forrest, and I got the little baby up here within 5 or 6 feet of me. Come here, baby. There you go, Forrest. If you'll come up around the house, so you got another feeder up there. Oh, looky here. Oh, that is so sweet. That is so cool right there. That's not one of your boys. That's one of Whitey's, but he did. Hey, there you go. He's just a little nervous, but he did eat one out of my hand. Come here, Whitey. Come here, Whitey. Come here, Whitey. There's you girl something. I wish I had 2 pounds instead of 1 now that all this is taking place. Come here. Come here, Whitey. Whitey, come here, Forrest. Forrest, come here. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Looky here. Come here, baby. Come on. Looky here. Come on. Oh, Forrest scared him. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we got it going now. He's a little afraid of Forrest. Forrest sees a buck, and Forrest probably just give him a stink eye. Forrest probably just giving him no stink eye there a little bit. Here, come here, Forrest. Come you girls. Yeah, Forrest is just kind of running him off there. I'm gonna see if I can feed him a little bit here. Get him come around. Come here, baby. Come here. I don't have but a few left. You need to come over here. Come over here now. I've only got a few left in the bag. Come here, little guy. Come here, little guy. There he is right there. Come here, little guy. Here. Come here. Here. I walked toward him. He's probably not gonna like that. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Here. That's a good boy. Come on, Forrest. Not gonna get you. There's a fence between you and him. Come here, I got 2 more. You don't want that one? Huh? That was the last one. Oh, dang, that was the last one. Well, I saw that baby up around the house this morning. We need to get that baby up around the house. Camera's unlevel as I move around. We've got unlevel ground around here, but I saw that baby up around the house this morning, and he stayed around a little bit and then he left. If we get him up around the house, we'll get him eating out of our hands up there. He's pretty good size. Yeah, he's pretty good size. Just been visiting with my trapper, by the way. He got an otter, caught an otter in a live trap. I didn't know you could do that. I'm anxious to, I know that. I can do that. I can do that. Yeah, so that's really a good deal. Well, this has been kind of I don't know, rambling around and stuff, but we had a good time. A great evening out here. It's pretty chilly still, but it's going to be 70 degrees the next few days. And I think Sunday's supposed to be a 70-degree day. I'll be coming back from Birmingham. There's my little boy running around out there. Tell him bye, buddy. Hey, guys and girls, remember, I sure do love you.